More phone calls coming up. Update our poll results. He is NFL Today CBS studio analyst and three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and waiting for another baby on the way. Is that right? What's the time frame for baby number 2 dropping?
This summer. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Any advice?
No.
Obviously, you start thinking about like how many and everything, and I've been asking a lot of people, and it's almost split 50-50 on people say going from 1 to 2 is harder or going from 2 to 3 is harder.
I would say 1 to 2 is going to change you, but 2 to 3, now you're already in chaos. So once you get to 3, we got to 3 and we immediately said we wanted to have a 4th. Like we did.
Wow.
That was it. So I had 4. Well, my wife had 4 under 7 years of age. So it was chaos. It really was. But looking back on it, they grew up together. They're very close now. So hopefully, you have a girl, and that'll crush you. That'll absolutely crush you. So do you know what you're having?
I know. Yes.
Okay. You want to tell me?
The world doesn't. No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right.
Good try, though. I mean, that's good radioing. That's good hosting.
It's content. But if it's a girl, I have 3, so that's where I can help you with that. But if you want to,
I mean, you're trying to lead me down a road here, and I'm not going down.
Okay. All right.
I'm just not.
All right.
Although I did see, I'm sure Paulie has plenty of tips for me for girls. He sent me, he was trying to give Fritzy a bit of shtick for how many times he texted me to get me on the show last time, and Paul got me on the show this time. But I said, if you're going to give me shtick, then you can't, or if you're going to give Fritzy shtick, then you can't send me highlights of your daughter's high school basketball games in the text messages.
No apologies. My daughter said to me, "Can Uncle JJ take a look at my shot?" I said, "Of course he can. He loves you."
She was on fire. I mean, she is a very good basketball player, so the highlights well deserved. But I would never have said anything if you didn't come at Fritzy first. So I protect my friend Todd.
I'm glad Paulie's sending you the videos and no longer us. So there's a benefit for all of us.
Move it around.
Your lasting memory of the combine was what?
Relief when it was done, and warm-ups in the hotel ballrooms. I think those are the 2 things that I remember the most. And then the train station obviously is its own. You guys know. I don't know how much the outside world really knows about the train station and everything that goes on in the train station, all the interviews, the meeting of coaches in hallways. And it's basically just 4 days of, it's literally the biggest job interview of your life. So you're walking around 24/7 just trying to make sure that, everything is going according to plan, because this can change millions of dollars. It can change your entire future.
But is your analogy the train station like the car wash where?
No, it's a literal train station. There's an actual train station in Indianapolis. It's like a decommissioned train station. So you are inside like actual train, a train station with train cars. Like you're doing interviews inside of train cars. It's not like the ESPN car wash. No, it's a real train.
Oh, I wonder why they don't show this or give us.
I thought everybody knew about it.
No,
it's a pretty cool place, and I think that's why Indianapolis is so well versed. Besides being so walkable, but they have this huge old decommissioned train station, and it's turned into like a hotel. So all the hotel rooms around the edges, and then in the middle, all the trains are like offices. So you walk into one train, and there's meetings with NFL teams, and then you walk out, and it's crazy. But actually, you brought me to a good point here. My lasting impression is my eventual defensive line coach, Bill Kolar, for the Houston Texans. After my meeting with the Texans, I walked out of the room. He followed me out of the room, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, I just got to ask you real quick. You think you play hard?" I said, "Coach, I play hard every single snap. I give everything I have." So you think you think you play hard? I said, "Coach, I give it everything I have every single snap." He goes, "You're a lying son of a I don't play hard at all." And I'm like, well, not going to Houston. Check him off. And then, sure enough,
what's he trying to do? Give me the logic.
That's who he is. My whole first year, I thought maybe he did. I thought this man hated me. I know I hated him. I couldn't stand him for my life. I considered quitting football. I was like, I don't like this. This is not fun. Is this what I actually want? Am I even good enough? Am I going to get cut? And now I went to his Hall of Fame ceremony for his College Football Hall of Fame induction. We're best friends. We golf together, and I love the man, and I'm so thankful for him. But he was a tough, old school, hard nosed. He fought a bear. He literally wrestled a bear when he played for the Cincinnati Bengals.
J.J. Watt, NFL Today on CBS studio analyst. The tush push is going to get a lot of conversation and feels like it's going to be kind of in the rotation here with a lot of shows for the next couple of weeks. Packers came forward and they said that they would like to get this outlawed. How do you view the Packers in this situation coming forward to say to the NFL, we want this outlawed?
I mean, I don't mind. Like, people put up rules every year, so I don't mind when teams put up rules if that's what they want to do. If that's something they feel like, it doesn't matter. It's not going to work. I mean, I don't. They're not going to outlaw that play. It's very difficult to do. I also think, like everybody knows, if every team was great at it, it would be a problem. Like if it was just a guarantee 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, but only the Eagles have truly, truly mastered it. And we watched that Bills-Chiefs game, and we saw the Chiefs knew that the Bills had a tendency to run the quarterback sneak to the left. They lined up and protected it, and it worked. And it literally got them to the Super Bowl because of it. So until every one of the 32 teams is successful at it, you can't outlaw it. You can't punish the entire league because the Eagles are good at it. The Eagles are just really, really good at it.
How do you defend it as a former defensive lineman?
I honestly don't. The way that the Eagles do it and how good they are at it, I honestly think that if you defended it 100 times, you might get lucky a few, even if you had the perfect defense. But you have to have a couple guys going extremely low immediately on the snap, which does come down to almost timing it because they know the count. You don't. That's where the big advantage is. And then you have to have a couple guys going over the top and once again hitting it at the perfect time. So you have to try and stop those O linemen's momentum. And then you also have to try and stop Jalen's momentum with the push. But that's the crazy thing to me about the tush push, Dan, is that not every single team practices it and perfects it the way that the Eagles have. Yes, Jalen is extremely strong and he's more powerful than most quarterbacks. Yes, they have a couple great pushers behind him, and yes, their line has perfected it. But you can't tell me that if a team practiced it every single week and truly perfected it and got the push down and got their lineman to time it up perfectly and everybody to do it together.
What's going on in your house?
Wow, some stuff. It's a great time to have a little construction going on in the living room.
Was
that sound good on your end?
Was it planned? Like, is that your wife with a
no,
chainsaw?
It's not supposed to be happening right now. I can't see the back entrance, so clearly, what the hell?
Do you want to look outside right now?
Should I go shut this down?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell him to give me 10 minutes here.
Okay.
You can stay on the audio. You can hear him.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, this is fun. Good for you.
Maybe you're building the baby room, the new baby room.
Mm-hmm. Could you take like a 10-minute break, please? Sorry. Thank you. Just 10 minutes. I'll come in. Thank you. 10 minutos. Gracias. All right. Here we go. We bought ourselves 10 minutes, Dan.
Okay. Great.
All right.
I like it. You don't even know what's going on at your house.
No. Well, now I do.
Okay.
Now I do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great man. Great man.
The regular play compared to the tush push, how much more dangerous is that tush push?
You're talking all plays versus the tush push in terms of danger?
Well, let's say just a typical running
who
play.
Who have we seen injured by the tush push?
Chris Jones in the Super Bowl looked like he got his neck banged up a little bit there.
Yeah. But I mean, I would say that it's not, it's really hard to say because obviously being on the D line, I know how difficult it is, especially when you're cranking your neck down there. But I would say that a high speed collision from further away is much more dangerous than, 2 inches away, jamming yourself in there.
But the NFL is looking for injury data, I'm guessing, JJ, because once they have that, they're all about, safety, protection, the jumping over the line. I mean, this is the loophole here.
Are they? Are they?
Do you think the NFL
Cut blocks.
wants
Cut
that?
blocks. Why are cut blocks still in the game?
I agree with you 100%. I agree. But this play is predictable and it's boring, and it's like the extra point. They had to move it back to make it interesting.
Right.
I wonder. This is my tweaking. Take away the lineman behind Jalen Hurts. Then it's a quarterback sneak, and nobody can complain about this. The Eagles will still be successful, maybe not as much, but just take the guy out from behind Jalen Hurts. That's it.
I don't disagree with you at all. If they are going to change it, that's the way to change it. I also don't disagree with you that they're going to be just as successful. I don't think the pusher actually does a ton for them because it's how good their offensive line is at it. They are so tight. They are so low. They all fire off at the exact same time on the snap count. And Jalen is so strong that he just pushes beyond. Most of the time, he is successful without the pusher even being an issue.
Have you talked to the commissioner or anybody about why do they allow these linemen to cut you?
Last year we have the commissioner come into CBS every year before the season starts, and we talk to him, ask him questions. And last year I was asking him more broad questions about football in general, the violence, about the flag football aspect and which way it's going. I haven't asked about that specifically, but it is one that I've brought up in NFLPA conversations. It's one that I bring up anytime anyone wants to talk to me about health and safety or protection. Obviously, being a D lineman, I know how much they protect the quarterback. Can't hit him low, can't hit him high, can't hit him here, can't hit him there. Yet, as a defensive lineman, I can fire off the ball and they can purposefully split the blockers so that I come off free, and they can have a guy come from the side. And literally his coaching point is to put his helmet on my knee. So don't tell me that it's all about health and safety when that's a perfectly legal block. And I'm not saying that it should be a flag because at the current moment it's not. So it's legal. I have to protect it. But there is no place for it in the game. And it is literally the goal of it is to wipe out a guy's knee.
I feel bad for you. Like the backdrop you got there is pretty pedestrian.
Yeah. I know. I mean, my wife's the real star of the show. So that's why fastest goal in U.S. women's soccer history.
Is she a better athlete than you?
I only have that. Yeah, definitely.
And
yeah, she's much quicker. She's much more agile.
You don't even have your jersey framed.
This is a book. This is a book from the Houston Texans. It's a really cool book. When I retired, they gave me a book of all pictures and plays from my career.
All right. Okay.
It's really cool.
That. Yeah, you got to dress that up a little bit here.
I mean, what do you want? I got the Arnold book over here. Big, heavy book. It's a great book. I mean, what's yours? You're just, I don't have the cool memorabilia that you have where I can just shower it all over my entire room.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it's incredible. It really is.
Yeah.
How often are you switching stuff out?
Every day. And
it's only you. Nobody else touches it?
They're not allowed to. Would you send me a Burnley patch, and I'll put I'll put it up here on the front. Okay, now explain this soccer bet that's going on here.
Yeah. It started as a literal joke. So, obviously, I talk to the guys on our team all the time. And James Trafford, our keeper, is literally, he'll be the England #1 keeper someday. He's that good. And he messaged me one day. We were talking about the Steelers Bengals because obviously my brother plays on the Steelers, and he was messing with me and he said, "Hey, do you fancy coming out of retirement and playing for the Bengals?" And so, being a smart ass, I said, "Yeah, you don't give up another goal the rest of the season, I'll come out of retirement and play for the Bengals." There were 28 games left at the time. I was like, this is just a joke. Next game, he didn't give up a goal. So I messaged him again and I said, "Hey, you're really taking this serious, huh?" And he was like, "I really want you to play for the Bengals." So 2 games later, 2 more games with no goals. I messaged him back. I said, "All right, it's getting a little ridiculous now. Do you think you can make it the whole way?" And he goes, "How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time." So and now here we sit, and we're 13 games later, and he has not given up a goal in 13 games. He has won. He's beaten every record along the way. There's only one record left that he hasn't broken in the history of English football, which is old as hell. He is setting records. So it's getting pretty serious. We've created a lot of Claret fans in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is really cool. We're getting a lot bigger ratings and numbers from the Ohio region, so it's been really fun.
Okay, do you have a game plan? Let's say he doesn't give up a goal.
I'll do it. I mean, if he does that, which is insane. I mean, we have 12, 13 games left. If he does it, it's insane enough and respectful enough that I will absolutely follow through, and I'll go out there. Who knows if they even want me? I don't even know. I haven't talked to him. But I'm in shape. I'd go play.
But are you contractually, you're not obligated to the Texans or anybody?
No, I don't even know how. I didn't even think that far ahead. Like, how do you unretire? What is there? I never filed retirement paperwork. So does that mean do I have to file paperwork to get back in?
I don't know if they actually make you file retirement papers.
No, I didn't. So no, they don't.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. What would you do? I mean, I'm technically, I would assume I'm a free agent.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Yeah. No, we're getting closer. He saved 2 penalties in 1 game, which was insane. Our other defender, CJ Egan Riley, he's a massive Bengals fan. So I'm going to reach out to the Bengals here, and I got to at least get these guys some gear. I'll reach out to Burrow and see if he'll sign a jersey for him, because they're actual big fans, which I don't understand that.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I'm going to ask him. I'm going over there in a couple of weeks, and I said we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk through all this. How did the Bengals become the team that our defense rests on?
Well, good luck with that. More importantly, good luck with the baby. And always great to talk to you. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. I'll let them know they can get back to work over here. Sorry about that. Appreciate you guys.
That's J.J. Watt, NFL Today on CBS studio analyst and former Texans Cardinals defensive end, and maybe Cincinnati Bengal defensive end.